This is a Grade 2 listed Victorian building that's also home to a heat network.
Beneath the surface of London, a silent transformation is unfolding.
According to Transport for London, or TfL, it will make journey times quicker.
Billions are being poured into tunnels, towers, and transit systems that could define Britain's next century. These are the mega projects reshaping a capital and testing its limits. But the race to future-proof a city begins not with steel or concrete, but with cold. Number 10. Citigen District Cooling. Tucked beneath London's financial heart, a cooling system hums in silence, one that doesn't just chill skyscrapers, but signals how cities might survive rising heat. The Citigen network pipes cold water beneath the streets of Clerkenwell and the Square Mile, delivering up to 20 megawatts of cooling to nearby buildings. But here's what most never see. Citigen taps into London's largest deep geothermal boreholes, plunging over 200 meters underground. This allows it to extract naturally cool water from the earth, slashing energy use compared to traditional AC units. No noisy fans, no fossil fuels, just subterranean precision. For now, it's a drop in the bucket. Most of the city still fights heat waves with patchwork solutions. But in a capital already feeling the sting of record temperatures, Citigen offers a blueprint, clean, quiet, and hidden in plain sight. The battle against urban heat might be won underground. Number 9. Silvertown Tunnel. Every day, over 100,000 vehicles choke the Blackwall Tunnel, grinding East London to a standstill. Enter the Silvertown Tunnel, a twin-bore, 1.4-kilometer lifeline burrowed beneath the Thames. Within weeks of opening, traffic at Blackwall dropped by 12%, with journey speeds surging by up to 70%. Buses now glide through with 21 peak-hour departures, up from just 6. But it's not just speed. Deep inside, the tunnel hides a state-of-the-art fire suppression misting system, one of the first of its kind in the United Kingdom. Instead of flooding, this high-pressure mist rapidly cools vehicles and suppresses flames, buying precious time for evacuation and emergency response. Every car and van pays a toll, £4 at peak, to deter gridlock. Critics warn of induced demand, where new road space invites even more traffic. Yet with live monitoring, pollution sensors, and emergency refuge bays, this tunnel is more than just asphalt. It's a high-stakes experiment in safety, flow, and future-proofing a growing city. Number 8. Brent Cross Regeneration. At first glance, Brent Cross West looks like just another Thameslink stop. But step back, and it's the ignition point for one of London's most ambitious urban makeovers. Once home to scattered warehouses and parking lots, the area is being reborn as a fully integrated district. 6,700 homes, new parks, offices, and a retail high street, all radiating from this station. But what sets it apart is something you can't see. Brent Cross West is the first United Kingdom station built with full building information modeling, BIM, level 2 compliance from day one. That means every cable, piping, and steel beam is digitally mapped. It's not just smart, it's predictive. From maintenance schedules to future expansions, the infrastructure evolves in real time. Still, there's risk. Amenities like GP clinics and schools lag behind housing construction. Residents may arrive before services do. For this regeneration to work, infrastructure must rise as fast as the buildings themselves, or the new district may stall before it ever thrives. Number 7. 9 Elms Vertical Boom. Cranes outnumber chimneys, glass eclipses brick. In 9 Elms, London has gone vertical, but the story isn't just height, it's velocity. This former industrial wasteland now boasts luxury towers with features lifted straight from science fiction. Some even offer private car elevators, where residents park next to their penthouse 40 floors up. It's a skyline tailored for the ultra-wealthy. But gravity has consequences. Rents in these tower-heavy districts soar 20 to 30% higher than surrounding areas. Affordable units often make up less than 15% of a project's total. Entire communities are reshaped, with longtime residents priced out and local shops replaced by glassy cafes. Meanwhile, the rush to build has stretched the city's workforce to its limits. Skilled trades are in short supply: crane operators, steel fixers, finishers. Delays ripple through the skyline. Developers import talent and offer bonuses, but the strain shows. 19 Elms isn't just a new postcode, it's a pressure point, a mirror reflecting the growing gap between what cities build and who they build it for. Number 6. Thames Estuary Flood Defenses. The Thames barrier still stands guard, gleaming like silver teeth across the river. But it won't be enough. As seas rise and storms grow fiercer, London is bracing for water not seen in 1,000 years. The Thames Estuary 2100 plan is quietly rewriting the city's flood playbook. Over 200 kilometers of flood walls and embankments will be raised in stages, some by over a meter by century's end. Yet the most jaw-dropping plan lies downstream, a proposed next-generation barrier that could shield London from tidal surges of up to 6.5 meters. That's taller than any tide ever recorded on the Thames. This future barrier won't just close like its predecessor. It will use modular floating caissons that can be upgraded mid-century without dismantling the entire structure. Billions are already earmarked, but the alternative is worse. Billions more in damages, drowned infrastructure, and displaced communities. London is hedging against the future with steel, scale, and foresight. Because when the tide rises, there's no pause button, only preparation. Number 5. London Power Tunnels. Most Londoners will never see them, but without these tunnels, the city shuts down. Beneath the capital, a 64-kilometer web of high-voltage cable routes is threading power from Wimbledon to Crayford. It's called the London Power Tunnels Project, and it's nothing short of a subterranean power grid. Each tunnel can carry enough electricity to power a city the size of Bristol. The real breakthrough? These 400 kilovolts lines use synthetic ester fluid, an eco-friendly, fire-resistant alternative to traditional mineral oil. It marks the first time such technology is being deployed on this scale in the United Kingdom, dramatically reducing environmental and safety risks. As new towers rise and electric trains hum to life, the demand curve steepens. National Grid warns that West London could face a shortfall of up to 2 gigawatts by 2030, enough to black out hundreds of thousands of homes. Smart switching and flexibility markets are racing to keep up. Because in this new London, electricity isn't just power, it's survival. Number 4. Thames Tideway Tunnel. When it rains in London, something invisible happens. Raw sewage pours straight into the Thames. Up to 50 times a year, stormwater overwhelms the Victorian pipes, dumping millions of liters into the river. That's where the Thames Tideway Tunnel comes in, a 25-kilometer super sewer, deeper than most tube lines and wider than a double-decker bus. It's not just long, it's heroic. The tunnel's largest boring machine, Rachel, once excavated over 8,000 tons of spoil in a single day. That's more than 500 truckloads, dug with millimeter-level precision beneath centuries-old riverside buildings. Each of the 20 access shafts was carved through dense clay, groundwater, and centuries of buried utilities. Set to intercept 95% of overflows, this megapipe is expected to cut pollution events to just a handful per year. But the real win is silent: cleaner water, safer riverbanks, and fewer contaminants in the heart of London. For a city built on the Thames, it's not just a sewer. It's a reckoning with history and a promise for the future. Number 3. The real bottleneck at Old Oak Common. On paper, Old Oak Common's 14 platforms look unstoppable. A vast underground interchange linking HS2, the Elizabeth Line, Heathrow Express, and more. But the real bottleneck, it isn't concrete, it's seconds. To run 24 Elizabeth Line trains per hour, plus high-speed rail, trains must enter and exit every 150 seconds. That leaves barely a minute for doors to open, passengers to move, and engines to accelerate. It's a mathematical ballet where one misstep can stall the entire network. Here, software is king. The system relies on ETCS Level 2 digital signaling, real-time tracking that shrinks the gap between trains from 3 minutes to just 75 seconds. But this choreography is unforgiving. During Elizabeth Line trials in 2019, a single software glitch nearly halted the system. Only manual overrides saved the day. Even with billions in tech, Old Oak's capacity won't come from how many platforms it has, but how flawlessly trains, passengers, and systems align. The future of British rail hinges not on steel, but on split-second precision. Number 2. The future beneath Old Oak Common. To most, it's just a train station, but beneath West London, Old Oak Common is quietly laying the foundation for an entirely new city. Nearly 1 million cubic meters of clay have been excavated to make room, enough to fill 400 Olympic swimming pools. 14 platforms will sit inside this vast, 30,000 square meter concrete cavern. But what's rising above may be even more transformative. The surrounding area is being reimagined as the largest regeneration zone since the Olympic Park. 25,000 homes, 56,000 jobs, and a skyline built around a single transport hub. The goal? Create a city within a city, all anchored to this subterranean interchange. Yet one mind-bending stat reveals the scale. During peak excavation, over 1,000 trucks were required each day just to haul spoil out. That's why engineers built a dedicated 1.7-kilometer conveyor belt system, moving earth non-stop to rail depots without paralyzing local streets. Old Oak Common isn't just building transit, it's triggering urban birth. If the choreography holds, this will become one of the most connected, densely woven districts in all of Europe. Number 1. The stakes for the entire UK. This isn't just London's story, it's Britain's. Because what happens at Old Oak Common, Thames Tideway, and Silvertown will set the standard, or the cautionary tale, for every future mega-project across the United Kingdom. The investments here total over £50 billion, but the true cost is measured in time, trust, and transformation. Old Oak Common alone could funnel 250,000 passengers per day. The Thames Super Sewer may cut pollution by 95%. And yet, these aren't finished victories. They're fragile systems held together by digital precision, human coordination, and public patience. If even one element falters, signaling fails, traffic patterns backslide, housing outpaces schools, the whole model wobbles. It's a city-building experiment at massive scale, one that will either prove a modern metropolis can fight congestion, climate, and inequality, or collapse under its own weight. But maybe that's what makes it historic. London isn't just upgrading infrastructure, it's rewriting how cities adapt to the 21st century. The skyline, the soil, the silence underground, it's all part of a blueprint for survival, one tunnel at a time. And the question now is, who will follow? London's megaprojects are more than engineering feats. They're lifelines for a city under pressure. From hidden cables to towering skylines, the future is arriving fast. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Which of these bold transformations do you think will define the next century?